Hello.
Hello. In light of recent events,
We have decided to switch out episode 3 and 4. Originally, we had filmed a Halloween up episode for this week for you guys, but last Wednesday, a member of One Direction, Liam Payne, passed away, and yeah, we wanted to talk about it in this episode. We will get started with the episode. Bye.
hey. Hello!
And welcome to What Pissed You Off This Week. I am your host, Lele and Raukola, and I'm joined here today by Torgeir as bald as a naked mole rat Ryssevik. Say hello, Torgeir.
Hi.
How have you been?
Pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, both of us have new hair. I am, again, blonde.
Yes.
I have been returned to my desired state. All thanks to your girlfriend, Selena. Thank you, Selena.
You are the best.
You are the best. And as for
This
you,
is also thanks to Selena.
yeah,
actually.
that is also thanks to Selena.
We have the same hairdresser.
Yes. Oh my God, we do. We have the same hairdresser. She has also cut my hair once.
Yes.
And what followed after she cut my hair in your kitchen?
Yeah. That pissed me off that week. That was because your conditioner is of the slippery variety. And so your hair was coated in this conditioner, which made my kitchen floor so fucking slippery. Like, I almost fell over there.
I'm
like,
so
plenty
sorry.
times.
I'm so sorry.
I'm pretty sure Bella crashed into the fridge.
Oh no! Bella is your cat.
Yes.
Oh, you have exciting news?
We have a new cat.
Yes.
An additional cat. The new cat's name is Nova Pavlova Casanova, Minnesota.
And what is Bella's full name?
Bella's full name is Bella Mozzarella Tagliatella Penne Pasta.
Beautiful names for
Yes.
two beautiful kitties.
Yes, one of them is a kitty. One of them is an adult cat, yes.
Bella is still a kitty.
Yeah, she's still a kitty. Anyways, what pissed you off this week?
What pissed me off this week was you.
Oh, was it?
Yes, it was.
How did I manage to do that?
Because Torgeir here had a song release.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yes, this Friday. We are recording this on Saturday, the 19th of October, and your song release was yesterday.
That is correct.
Torgeir is absolutely horrible at doing social media, which is why all of this podcast's marketing is done by me. Torgeir asked me, could you make me like a plan for how we advertise this song leading up to the release? And being the incredible friend I am, I made him an incredibly detailed 25-day plan full with scripts for the videos, hashtags, posting times, platforms, and even examples and reference videos linked. So all you had to do was press the link, ding, and it would have taken you to the video, and you would have had to do exactly as they did in the video. How many times did you follow that daily plan that I made you?
At least once.
No, you did not do it once.
At least once.
No, you did not do it once.
I'm sorry.
It's okay,
Thanks.
but it frustrated me because who had to hear? Because also this bitch has been away. Out of the last 3 weeks, you have been away for 2.
Probably, yeah.
Which has meant that, first of all, I have to hang out with the other losers we have in the studio.
Yeah, I know, they suck.
I know. You have been away. I have been lonely here at the studio.
As you should.
And I know. And then I am the one who has to listen to how you haven't marketed your song.
Yeah.
And then I say, but I did make him a 25-day plan that you just didn't follow. And then I got so frustrated that I got his Instagram login and TikTok from you, obviously. I didn't hack into his social media. And I started posting. And then people started saying, oh, it's so good that Torgeir is being so active on social media. No, he isn't. Nope. It is me. It's all me.
Yes.
So if Torgeir likes one of your posts or reposts something on his Instagram story, he has most likely not even seen it. It's me.
I'm active on TikTok, though.
You're very active on TikTok.
Yeah.
And
I just can't deal with fucking Instagram's user interface.
Yeah.
It pisses me off.
I can tell.
Yeah.
I got the most boomer text from you. It was yesterday as he was at the airport. This is from Torgeir. Yesterday at 4:43. Bro, I'm confused. Either I don't understand Instagram or you have posted stories from the wrong account, because there are several stories from me referring to me in the third person. I have reposted, this is me answering. I have reposted other people's stories. So option 1, my guy. Then Torgeir. But why can't I see who's the original post is from? I'm so confused. Upper left corner. Oh, the tiny thing. Yes.
Yeah.
And then
it was so fucking tiny though.
And then I sent him a screenshot, like that one.
Because you see, when you see a story, you have like, you see the timer at the top going.
Yeah.
So then you hold in if you want to keep reading the story.
Yeah.
But then that little thing goes away. So I was like looking at the story and like, no, it doesn't say anything here. And then I released and I was, but it still says my name in the upper corner. And I didn't notice the little thing because that's not a name. That's just the tiniest little dot.
It does also say
profile.
reposted from.
No, it has the reposted symbol, but I wasn't paying attention to that.
But I think you might be the problem.
And I didn't look into it too much because I wanted to let you know as early as possible if you had maybe posted from the wrong account.
Which
and it was
honestly,
like, yeah.
Because I did panic for a moment. There was, have I?
Yeah.
But then I was like, but I only have your account on my work phone, and I've been posting from my phone almost all day. And now when I look, I'm like, oh no, he's just being a boomer.
In my defense, I'm almost 30. No, I'm 28.
He is almost 40. But yeah, that was one of the reasons why you've pissed me off this week. The second was basically just that you have abandoned me here all alone with all the other people. And
all alone with all the other people who are here.
They're not you. I've been lonely. Oh. So yeah.
I'm flattered.
Yes.
Yes.
Don't get used to it. But yes, you've pissed me off by being horrible at social media. How many times did I tell you during those 25 days, can you please have a look at the plan and post something from there?
At least once.
Way more times.
That's what I said, at least once.
But now the song is out, which means that I don't have to harass you every single day, but we still need to post about it.
Go listen to my song. It's called Nei, det har jeg ikke tid til.
How would you spell it for the international listeners?
NEI space DET space HAR space EG space IKKE space TID space TIL.
That is the name of his song. Go listen to it.
Nei, det har jeg ikke tid til. Men jeg håper at du har tid til.
But I hope that you have time for that.
Thank you. This is my talk.
Yes. I'm still not used to you being bald. Like every time you take your cap off, I'm expecting for there to be that emo haircut.
Yes. Whenever I'm adjusting my hat, I do this. And no, wait, I'm bald.
Does it feel the same as like a horse's butt does when it's been shaved?
I wouldn't know.
Why do I need to ask the weirdest questions? Can I try? Give me your head. It's very soft. You have very soft hair.
Like a horse's butt?
No, a horse's butt is more coarse.
Yeah, I would assume so.
But I do always try it with people who have like shaved their head because some people's head does feel exactly like a horse's butt.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been my thing for years. Torgeir.
Yes.
What has pissed you off this week?
Yeah, funny you should ask. Because I pissed you off this week.
Yes.
And would you guess what pissed me off this week?
Was it me?
It was me.
Oh!
You know, I very much pissed myself off this week. I cannot fucking stay focused the second there is a camera in front of my face.
No, you cannot.
As in right now. When I'm actually trying to make sense and, make sense. You see? I just fucking choke. I can't do it. And I was listening yesterday to the second episode of our podcast. I apologize to you all, you specifically, very much you. I apologize so much for how slow and incoherent and not sense-making I was throughout that whole episode. I had one funny joke. Other than that, I was just rambling, not knowing what I was talking about. So fucking unprepared. I'm sorry.
You do know that is my average experience with you every single day.
Yeah, but now I'm trying to do it in front of an audience. So I want to actually try and do a good job. And also at the camp, they were doing like these interviews. And I was like, yeah, sure, I can do an interview, not a problem. And the second he puts the camera in my face, I'm like, yes, camp is very good. The food is nice. And yes, I have a good time. And I just can't fucking make sense of anything. And I sound like Yeah, I sound like But.
But is Torgeir's alter ego.
That's no good. Get into But. Maybe But can guest on a podcast one day. Anyways, I pissed myself off this week so bad.
By being incoherent.
Yeah, by just choking whenever there is a camera in my face.
I wonder, is this only an experience that non-native English speakers share? Or is it also like in your native language? Like if somebody puts a camera in front of you and you have to speak Norwegian, do you feel equally as awkward?
Yeah, it doesn't have that one specific layer of now I'm sounding like a Norwegian English speaker. You know what I mean? Stumbling with words and stammering and all of that I wouldn't usually do. I could easily suddenly start doing if there's a camera in front of my face. You know what I mean?
I think our habit of speaking simplified English to each other has contributed to this. Because we have had a bit that we speak simplified English.
Very much simplified English.
In a stupid Swedish accent.
We make fun of Swedish people a lot.
Yeah, neither of us is Swedish. My best friend is.
Yes.
I love you, Jennifer. If you're listening to this... Now, this is actually the great way to know if she listens to the podcast.
Yeah.
Because she will say like, oh, you said you love me on the podcast. But if I know, like, if she doesn't say anything, I'll know that, yeah, she did not listen to the episode.
Yeah. If you see this, Jennifer, DM us
and say,
a clown
hey,
emoji.
A clown emoji?
A clown emoji.
And write the caption, heja Sverige. We would like to introduce you guys to our new segment where you guys can tell us what pissed you off this week.
Yes, so what pissed you off this week?
Yes, because we get to complain here every day at the studio and every week on the podcast. And we want to give you guys a platform to bitch about the little things that go wrong in your life. Our very first listener piss off, what pissed our listener off this week, comes from my best friend, Jennifer.
Jennifer, if you're watching, clown emoji.
Yes. Hey, ja, Sverige. And what pissed Jennifer off this week was the fact that I look fucking hot in the mirror, but when I take a selfie, I look like a slug.
Hell yeah.
Happens to me way too often. Does that ever happen to you? Like as a guy?
I look like a slug in the mirror and in selfies.
No, don't say that. You're a beautiful man. A beautiful man. Will you wear wigs?
Probably I should.
But like, no, because for real, like this is very much a struggle for me. Like I'm like, oh my God, I look beautiful. And then I'm going to take a photo. I'm like, oh no, who is that? Can you relate to that as a guy?
Yes.
You can.
But thing is, if I don't have a beard, if I shave the beard, I have no chin definition whatsoever. But because I can grow a beard, I have kind of a shadow no matter the lighting. So
right.
I don't kind of have that problem anymore.
Should I grow a beard then?
Yes, you should.
I think I would look fabulous with a beard.
Yeah, it's so great.
But yeah, thank you, Jennifer, for sending in our first listener question. Our second listener question or statement comes from our dear friend Oscar North.
Ah, shit. That guy.
Yes.
Hell
Oscar is a producer here at the studio who we love very dearly.
Yes.
And he has simply stated, Burnong. Thank you for that, Oscar.
Can I see that?
Burnong. And I know for a fact that Oscar does not listen to this podcast because he does not like podcasts.
Burnong either way.
Burnong.
Burnong.
Thank you for that, Oscar.
Thank you so much. Doing the thing with your nose again.
Oh, no!
Yeah, and now you can see it on the video.
Apparently, according to him, I move my nose without knowing that I'm moving it.
You do.
And it stresses me out. But yeah, that was a nice little insight into our workplace.
Yes.
This is the kind of stuff that we do here.
Burnong.
Burnong.
Yes.
Burnong, my dude.
Burnong.
So yeah, if you have any questions you would like to ask us about
anything.
Yes.
How to make waffles? We don't know. We'll figure it out for you if you ask. Yeah. How to do your tax? No, please don't ask.
Yeah, don't ask about taxes. How long to boil an egg to get a perfect egg? 12 minutes, obviously.
How to defuse a bomb? Is that the egg thing though?
Took you way longer than I thought it would.
I just had the bomb thing in my head. I had to get that out first, and then
how to invade Denmark.
You're trying to steer away from the egg question. 12 minutes
is the perfect amount.
It's an overcooked egg.
It is not.
It's an overcooked egg.
It is perfect.
It's rubbery and dry.
You're rubbery and dry.
I'm almost 30. In this week's news, we have a more, serious...
and sad.
Yeah, sad theme to it, I guess, with the passing of Liam Payne from One Direction.
He passed away this Wednesday. It is now Saturday the 19th, as we have established, and he passed away, I believe it was Wednesday. So on the 16th in Buenos Aires, Argentina, at the young age of 31. Way too young.
Yeah, that's only 3 years older than me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is.
It's insane.
That puts it even more, I guess, into perspective for me, how young he was.
Yeah.
Because I am 23. So to me, 31 is like, oh, that's a grown up, you know? Like,
yeah.
It's still like far enough for me that I don't consider it as being like my age group.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though I still continue to think that we are the same age.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's 3 years older than you.
So like he is in my age group.
He is.
Definitely.
There's less of an age difference between you and him than me and you.
Yeah.
That actually makes it hit a bit harder.
It does.
This is a subject that I wanted to talk about on the podcast because One Direction was a huge part of my life growing up. I was a really, really big One Direction fan. My entire room was plastered in 1D posters. I think there were over 100 at most. And I had Louis and Liam's, these like collectors, like cards over my bed, I think until I moved out, which was in 2021.
Yeah.
I had them for a long time. And like when One Direction came to Finland for the first and only time, I queued up outside of the arena for 17 hours to go see them. A seagull shot on my head, which put a little bit of a damper on the day. That was the first time, but unfortunately, it has happened the second time.
Damn.
I'm quite bitter at the universe about that.
Yeah, that probably pissed you off that week.
Yeah, that pissed me off that week and many weeks after.
Yeah.
But yeah, we made it, I think we were the third or fourth row.
Yeah.
Like fairly at the front, and at the show they had like a thing, especially with Harry, like he would get like to like take water into his mouth and like spit it out in this cool way.
Yeah.
And Liam always would like kind of throw water at people, and a droplet from his water bottle ended up on my glasses, like the lens. And being the obsessive fan I never cleaned that droplet off. The mark of that droplet was there until I had to get new glasses, which was like years, like actual years. So I was a huge fan. As embarrassing as this is to admit, the reason I speak English on the level that I speak it is I read so much One Direction fan fiction online.
Oh no!
During very formative years of my development.
What genre of fan fiction was this?
Yes.
Was it perhaps erotic?
Yes. We called it
nature?
smut.
Smut. What is that?
Porn.
Yeah. I thought it was a specific thing with it.
No, it was it was usually Reader X Louis Tomlinson, but I did also read these like collections that had like certain scenarios and then with all of the different and I was so into all the fan lore and the One Direction lore, maybe a bit too obsessive at times, but I was never weird about it to them, just between like me and my one friend. I used to own a horse at the same stable as her, and we would ride around in the nearby forest. And especially when I kind of was indoctrinated into the fandom, she would list these fun One Direction facts to me as we were riding our horses and just riding around in the forest from these YouTube videos that she had watched. And so that's how I got all of the knowledge. I was catching up on lost time. They were very important to me. And to this day, whenever I land in Helsinki, aka the capital of my home country, Finland, I listen to their song, Don't Forget Where You Belong. And there are so many songs of theirs that have been super important to me for years, like their song, You and I.
Yeah.
That was always a song that I dedicated to my pony growing up.
Yeah.
They were a big part of my childhood. During very difficult times, I found a lot of solace in the fandom and like the music and everything. So this has hit me very hard from like my childhood is really over. Like that period of my life and all of those good moments and memories, they can never kind of happen again. Like I can never be at a One Direction concert again. Or like all of those things, like all the new interviews that we would wait from all of the guys, like there will always now be only 4, you know?
Yeah.
Like there'll never be 5 again. And like we never got the reunion that we thought we were going to get. It just breaks my heart because he hadn't been doing great. And I don't at all want to make this look like, make it sound like I idolize him on a level, like put him on a pedestal where he can do no wrong. He absolutely can, and he absolutely did.
Yeah.
Because his ex, Maya Henry, had just come out with a book that was inspired by her journals that she wrote. The book is like fictional. It's a fictional story.
Okay.
But it was inspired by the events that she had journaled into her diaries during COVID and during her relationship with Liam.
Yeah.
And in like, it's not directly about it, like him, but it very obviously is, because the plot of the book is like this one girl starts dating this British pop star who used to be in a boy band, and that boy band was formed on a TV show. So very obviously referring to One Direction. And Liam, and the book details a lot of abuse in the relationship, like mental and financial and emotional abuse.
Yeah.
And for example, there's a trigger warning: abortion. Like one of the scenes in the book is that I think the main like male character's name is Oliver.
Mm-hmm.
That he forces the main character to have an abortion. That's like basically either you have an abortion or you lose me. And she has said that this was about her relationship with Liam. And then he was in hot water a couple of years ago when he went on the Logan Paul podcast. Or Jake Paul. Anyway, one of the brothers. And they kind of goaded him into talking shit about the One Direction guys. And Liam very clearly tried to make himself look tough, kind of. Yeah. And it came off as incredibly insecure and kind of almost bitter because the other members of the one like band were kind of on tour and he wasn't. Yeah, he hadn't been given exactly like the best picture of himself.
Yeah.
Online, and he struggled a lot with substance abuse and mental health. He was having it quite hard, and people were ridiculing him on the internet for trying to stay relevant, and because he was kind of appearing as washed up, you know?
Yeah.
So I think he was in a very low place. And it has now come out that his label and management had dropped him as a client that week. Like this week, like I think on Monday or something.
Yeah.
And then on Tuesday.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, and then on Tuesday, Maya and her family filed a cease and desist because he was harassing Maya. Like, this is obviously alleged. I can't know if all of this is true. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
But she's saying that like he kept trying to send her messages and making like new Apple IDs to be able to iMessage her and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Which like, if all of that's true, and I'm not saying that I doubt that it is in any way, I have no reason to, like, that is not great.
Yeah.
And that is not what you should be doing in a relationship. And any kind of abuse is obviously fucked up. But that doesn't mean that I want him to die.
Yeah, no.
I would have wanted him to be held accountable. And like, for him to be able to make amends with the people he has hurt and get sober and get help and get better.
Yeah.
And now he's never going to be able to have that.
Yeah, because he was in a bad place. He was making bad decisions, but that doesn't make him a bad person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And like, substances are not an excuse. And I'm not, or mental health. Like Pete Davidson said, I think on SNL, like, don't use your mental illness as an excuse to act like a jackass.
Yeah.
They are not excuses, but they make you act in a way that isn't rational and that isn't you.
Yeah.
And they don't define you, but they are going to change the way you act because you don't have that same control over yourself.
Yeah.
And I think Liam was very much struggling with that. And I very much grieve the musician he was and like the soundtrack he was to my childhood and like a person I looked up to. But I don't grieve what he kind of became afterwards.
Yeah.
But also saying that is kind of fucked up in a way, because like that's implying that like that Liam that I loved growing up didn't still exist in that broken man that he was now, because of course he was still there.
Of course.
But unfortunately, like the industry had kind of failed him and led to this. And I'm so heartbroken because like the industry that gave him the chance to realize his dreams and like get to experience what he had always wanted was also the cost to his downfall.
But I don't think we can talk about this without mentioning Simon Cowell.
I hate that man with every fiber of my being.
Yep.
I hate him.
Yes.
So much. I was like actually fighting the urge to punch a wall when he posted his, "Oh Liam, I'm heartbroken to hear about
has
your..."
he
has.
Last time I checked.
How do you wait? I can pull it up for you.
I heard yesterday that he still hasn't.
I can pull it up for you.
Oh my god.
Simon Cowell's statements is fucking 3 slides, and I'll paraphrase it, but like, "You never know how you feel about someone until a moment like this happens. Liam, I am truly devastated, heartbroken, and I feel empty. I want you to know how much love and respect I have for you. Every tear I have shed is a memory of you. Immediately, fuck you. Fuck you, sincerely, me, Leeni Raukola. This is so difficult to put into words right now. I went outside today and I thought about so many times we had together. I wanted to let you know what I would always say to the thousands of people who would ask me, what is Liam like? I would tell them you were kind, funny, sweet, thoughtful, talented, humble, and focused. And how much you loved music and how much love you genuinely had for the fans. I had to tell you when you were 14 that it wasn't your time, and we both made a promise that we would meet again. You came to see me last year, not for a meeting, just to sit and talk, and we reminisced about all the fun times we had together, and how proud you were to be a dad. After you left, I was reminded you were still sweet, kind boy I met all those years ago. I have met your son, Bear. He has your smile and that twinkle in his eyes you have. And he will be so proud of everything you achieved and how you achieved it. I always thought of the 5 of you in the band as brothers, and reading their messages today, I believe you were. And now, Liam, I can see the effect you had on so many people because you left us too soon. Rest in peace, my friend. And I'm sending my love, thoughts, and prayers to your family, Simon." I'm sorry, he has absolutely no right.
Yeah, the things I'm hearing now are not reflecting the things that I know are true in, the history of One Direction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I hate him.
Yeah.
So much, like...
I saw a video of him today, I think, where he said that the only thing he regrets about the One Direction project was not having ownership of the name.
Which is so fucked up.
Yeah.
So fucked up. Like, he pushed them into this mega stardom that ended up ruining them all of their lives.
Yeah.
They were 14, some of them, or like 16. They were fucking kids.
Yeah.
So effed up.
Very much so.
I want the universe to take all of Liam's friends and families and fans' pain and give it all of it to Simon Cowell. All of it. That is not my quote. It was someone on Twitter, but so well said. But then, have you read the other members of One Direction and their statements?
Some of it, not all of them.
So heartbreaking, and you can actually... Also, Simon's statements feels like a very much like a nothing statement.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like a what you want to hear.
Yeah.
Generic.
The fact that, like, I think it was Niall and Louis, for example, were using the nicknames that they had for Liam. Payne. All of those statements felt so heartfelt, and like, the screenshot I sent of Louis to you broke my heart. Him saying that like he wants to be there for his son in the future, to be the uncle that like will always remind him of how great his dad was. Like that is heartbreaking. But now that we've started talking about Simon Cowell and the exploitative fuck that he is, I think this is a great segue into talking about the most decrepit and horrible, deplorable, disgusting news media there is, called the TMZ.
Yeah. The TMZ.
Major trigger warning for fucking, I don't know, everything.
Yeah. They are known for their kind of aggressive strategies in their journalism.
They are exploitative fucks. Weren't they the reason also for Britney's, like...
They had a whole thing with Britney, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, like that kind of led to her conservatorship.
Yeah.
Basically, they will catch you at all of your worst moments and they will make sure that everyone knows about them.
Yeah.
And they will obtain that knowledge in incredibly unethical ways.
Yeah, and it release content.
The TMZ...
in unethical ways.
Yes, the TMZ had obtained a picture of Liam Payne right after he had fallen from the 3rd floor of the hotel.
We're speaking minutes here.
Minutes. Probably less than, because obviously the body was covered very quickly.
Yeah.
With umbrellas and stuff so the people wouldn't see into the courtyard. So we're talking, someone immediately took a photo of Liam's dead body on the ground.
But I was saying TMZ had released it
I think it was an hour.
Was it an hour?
Less than an hour, I think.
Okay.
At least that's when I saw it.
Yeah, okay.
Like it could have been earlier. I think it had been released 45 minutes ago at that point. So probably like 10, 15 minutes.
I don't have a source of the exact time right now, but I believe it was... I have heard it was like suspiciously early.
Yes, because TMZ, I think, was one of the first to talk about this. And like,
or maybe was it that they reported on it suspiciously early?
Could be.
And then the photo may have been released later.
But like, of course, because Liam had been acting erratically in the hotel lobby.
Yeah.
So most likely TMZ was expecting for something to happen.
That is true. They were on the case.
They were immediately on the case. But like, that is a human who has just died.
Yeah.
And your first thought is to take a picture and send it to the fucking TMZ? And then it has to go through multiple people and released.
Yeah.
He has a son, a 7-year-old son who can use the internet. That child could have seen those photos. And most likely at some point in that kid's life, he is going to see those photos.
Yeah, definitely.
That is deplorable.
Fucked up on a deep level.
On such a deep level. That is someone's son, someone's friend, someone's father.
Yeah.
And that is I feel like that is what people are forgetting in a lot of the discourse about this, that this is a real person with who had a life and dreams and fears and hopes and a personhood.
Yeah.
And you are completely treating him like an object.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like that is what is wrong with the entertainment industry as a whole, is that the younger you start out, the more you are always going to be treated as an object. And like, if you start out young, you are going to most likely peak very young. Yeah. So then you are going to, for the rest of your life, think, I peaked too young. What are you going to do with the rest of your life? And no matter what you do, if it doesn't live up to the same hype as that early project, you're going to be seen as washed up.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what happened to Liam. And like the way the entertainment industry also pushes like drug use and like hard drugs. Because it's kind of the rock star lifestyle, and like how do you cope with that level of stress and fame? Because the brain is not designed for that. I fully understand why so many, especially young stars, end up abusing substances later on in life. Because what else is there to do to cope with all of that? I'm not saying that is right or what you should do, but I understand it.
Yeah.
And all of this just breaks me on a deep level, because he was only in Argentina to see Niall's concert a week before. And his girlfriend had just gone back to Florida like a couple of days before, because she just missed home and she had gone home. So Liam was alone, far from home, in a different country, had just been dropped by his label, his management, and he probably felt like the whole world hated him.
Yeah.
I also don't want to sound like people didn't have a reason to hate him. He did do bad things, and that is also a human emotion that you are allowed to feel. And like the things he did were bad things, you know? He wasn't an angel. He wasn't perfect, but he was a person who still should have had the right for redemption.
Yeah,
and instead,
absolutely.
now he's never going to have that. He died alone thinking everyone hated him.
That is so sad.
That is terrifyingly sad.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I'm going. I'm just like, there are so many thoughts in my head that I want to say, but I can't think of like a super sophisticated and like well thought out and structured way to say this. This is kind of stream of thought, honestly. I'm just deeply sad about this on a like very personal level in a way. And it's weird grieving like a celebrity because it's almost like grief that is not yours to grieve because I didn't know him.
Yeah.
This is an entirely parasocial relationship.
But he did have an impact on your life, though.
He did.
You knew him, but to him, he didn't know you, of course.
No, and like I, of course, only knew him through his art.
Yeah.
But I think that's the beauty of art and music and like all kinds of art is that it evokes feelings and it can mean so much to you on such an emotional level. And I think that's why like we as people grow so fond of different artists is because like we can maybe relate to the pain that they're feeling in their songs and in their art. And then when that person whose art you loved so deeply and who you could relate to in a way that way then dies in such a tragic way so young, of course it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But I feel very proud of One Direction fans because they have started mass reporting articles that are fraudulent or exploiting Liam's family. Or for example, once again, TMZ started posting, Niall Horan spotted first time after passing of Liam Payne and Louis Tomlinson soaks up the sun in Miami after Liam Payne's passing. Why are you trying to make this man look like a dick for existing in the world after his fucking friend dies? And this man who has just lost his mother and sister and now one of his best friends. And you're trying to make him look like a dick for being outside in Miami?
Yeah.
Happens to just be the location where he is.
Yeah.
Disgusting. So One Direction fans have started getting those articles down. And now when Liam's dad was picking up his body in Argentina, they were blocking the paparazzi from taking pictures from the hotel by like raising their arms in the air and putting their bags and stuff on the window so that the paparazzi couldn't see.
Yeah.
Like they made like a literal human shield for Liam's dad.
Yeah.
And I think that is
absolutely
beautiful.
That was,
like heartbreakingly beautiful. And like right now I'm scrolling Twitter and a lot of people are posting like, I am going to the Liam Payne like memorial tomorrow and I have this piece of paper, comment on this if you want to have your name written on it or a little message. And then they actually write all of those and then they send you a picture like, I wrote you here so that you can see that you got to be a part of the memorial even if you can't physically make it there. Like I'm in Norway. I can't be in London tomorrow. Like I could, but I can't afford it. I've gotten like 3 people to write my name down. So like I get to be a part of it still and like show my support without being there. The One Direction Twitter has been like reanimated and people are talking about Liam here and it's beautiful to see this community come back together.
Yeah.
And I think that's lovely that like even if Liam never got to know it, but those fans did never go anywhere. They were always there, you know? I think that's beautiful that there is still like a community. And I just hope that even if he didn't get to find peace in this life, I hope that wherever he's now, he's at peace. Finally. I truly hope so. And I hope for all of the strength in the world for his son. Rest in peace, Liam.
Rest in peace. Okay.
Okay, so as a lighthearted thing here for the end, to kind of lift up the spirits, I made a purchase this week that I said was the greatest purchase of my adult life because I was bored at work and on my lunch break. And it's Roberto. He's a rat.
Oh my God.
I was missing Herbert, the skeleton we had in our Halloween episode, so I bought myself a mini Herbert. It's a Roberto the rat.
But this one is airing before the Halloween episode.
That's true.
You guys haven't met Herbert.
You haven't met Herbert, but it's Roberto.
Roberto.
And I'm going to knit him a Christmas hat for Christmas. He lives on top of my speakers in my studio.
Oh my God.
Yeah. He says, Curva.
Curva.
But that is Roberto.
He is fucking awesome. Where did you find him?
Europris, 39 kronor. When I showed this to our boss, one of our bosses, like, this is the greatest purchase of my adult life. His reaction was, how much was it? But yeah, it is Roberto.
Beautiful.
Can he be our mascot? I really like Roberto.
I think Roberto can stay.
Yeah, thank you. I really like Roberto.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for tuning into this week's episode of What Pissed You Off This Week.
Yes.
It has been a hell of a week.
Yes. Any thoughts before we sign off?
Send us your questions. Any questions, dilemmas, complaints, what pissed you off, what didn't piss you off. Send us our way and we will read them out on the pod.
Yes.
Hell yeah. And follow us on Instagram and TikTok. At What Pissed You Off Pod.
What Pissed You Off Pod?
Yeah, What Pissed You Off Pod and What Pissed You Off Podcast. We're there.
Hell yeah.
We post funny stuff there. Or at least stuff that we found funny.
Yes.
So yeah, thank you for joining in. We hope you have a safe evening, morning, car ride, wherever you are.
Yes.
Yes. Specifically, goodbye to you.
With the purple hat.
And the green socks.
Yes. With the yellow shorts. Thick-ass glasses.
Thickest glasses I have ever. Thicker than mine.
Yeah, yours aren't that thick. I mean, the frame.
Right.
A very thick frame.
Yes.
Yes.
You. So, goodbye.
The rest of you, fuck off.
Yeah, the rest of you, fuck off. Bye.
Bye. But you understand it more.
Did you know that the audio quality is better if you don't hit the mic stand? Oh my god.